Hello, you are now watching citybeat. I'm Chen Lei in Shanghai. It's your daily dose of fashion, culture, art and lifestyle every day from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. at IC. On to citybeat. When it comes to radio, the Feiyu Easy Morning Show has become a Shanghai favorite. And today we had a chance to talk to the host, Felix, and share some stories behind the scenes.
欢迎各位收听 Easy Morning 飞鱼秀。
DJ
跟天气预报一样，华北地区东北地区。
Guitarist
时间就像那个什么的什么，那什么一下顶能那什么的是吧
Photographer
很文艺，他是一个大文艺青年。
and songwriter.
大家好，我叫小飞，飞鱼秀的主持人。
您现在收听的是轻松调频飞鱼秀。
Easy Morning, or as we know it, the Feiyu Show, is one of the most popular radio talk shows on China Radio International.
广播电台轻松调频，各位早上好。
今天是星期一啊，不，星期二啊，不，3、4、5，今天是星期5啦。
Felix and his partner Yu Zhou bring the hottest topics from around the country to listeners every weekday from 8 to 11 a.m.
我抽错地儿了，不行。
毕竟飞鱼秀嘛，就是象征着我们两个人，离了任何一个人，他就不可能就不对了。
鱼毒蝎子。
它是一个横线，我是一个竖线，所以我们就有飞鱼秀这么一个焦点。但是呢，我们四通八达，任何一个风格或者任何一个走向，其实都可以。
来做首诗啊，掐狗走位，掐中位，掐狗中位，掐哑位，掐狗哑位。
我觉得如果过度默契，反而未必是一件好事。就是你们太一致了，那就不够多样。
她的老公更加厉害。就是那个 She will be the 什么什么啊什么什么什么什么什么什么什么什么。
甭唱，别把这歌糟蹋了啊！什么什么？
他有时候都把这个话递到你嘴边了，你不说，你说对得起谁呀？我觉得我会有今天这个主持风格，就是他逼出来的，你知道吗
However, Felix isn't simply just a radio DJ. He's also the self-proclaimed #1 guitarist among all the hosts. He's definitely made a pretty good name for himself when it comes to music.
Live House 的工作人员不要太紧张，在这一场里边退票的意思就是好的。如果这个在德音社就相当于是
This is a live concert in Shanghai. Felix and his friend Chen Hui Hong, who is an up-and-coming keyboardist, gave the fans a chance to see the B-side of Felix.
这个演出呢，算是我牵的头。我知道小飞是特别就是爱弹吉他，然后他弹的真的很不错。我就说要不试一试，咱们一块儿弄个演出玩，然后他就很爽快的答应了。
我们俩合作吧，对我们彼此来讲都是挺大一个挑战，因为我虽然挺喜欢他的歌的，但是他不是我弹琴或写歌那个路子。弹起来，我给他伴奏的时候，我发现这个挺费劲的。然后他给我伴奏也是，所以我们得磨合这个事。
Felix regards himself as the best guitarist among the hosts, the best photographer among the guitarists, and the best writer among the photographers.
就是说我先在广播上面建立一定知名度，然后我把这个作为跳板，我跳到音乐圈之后大红大紫。后来发现广播也不是我想象那么简单，或者说那么枯燥，音乐也不像我想象那么简单或者那么美好。那反而是现在这个状态我非常享受，所以我就不奢求一些我没有的东西，就是我力所能及的，我能抓到什么是什么。 那如果我能两者兼得的话，那更好。
Although being a DJ wasn't his first choice, after 8 years of doing the Feiyu show, he seems to be having a pretty good time.
我的主观意愿还是希望能够，只要说这个东西能给我，还能给大家带来一些快乐，我就愿意继续做。Why not?
Why not, indeed? With Felix and you behind the mic, it looks like we're going to be hearing a lot more of the Feiyu show.
Thank you.
Out of Brazil, today we have one of the most interesting forms of dance in the world, combining the elements of martial arts, and it contains the history of passion, strife, and culture. Now let's take a look.
Hey, what's up, Shanghai? Today we're checking out a Brazilian form of dance/martial art that some even say contains the earliest roots of breakdancing. This is capoeira.
Around the beginning of the 16th century in Brazil, capoeira has spread throughout the continent and is now here in Shanghai. We got together with Tanki and Cafe to talk about the depth and meaning behind capoeira.
Capoeira is centered around an idea of continuity, of playfulness, but also of a dialogue between two people. Now, there are different ways that you can have a dialogue with a person. It could be rude, you could interrupt someone, you could hit someone. And that's all part of the game. When you get beyond just learning the basics, learning how it's a martial art and how it can be used for attack and defense, then you move into the part of capoeira where it's all about continuity. You don't want it to stop. You want to get in close with the person, do a lot of movements, but movement in a way that will elicit an action from the other person. And then we'll go on and on and on. And many beautiful movements in a way that you could communicate with the other without saying a word.
I think it's just more than a discipline, it's just a way of life that you use to get around problems and things that occur and manage to stay on top. Because capoeira, as it originated, was a form of enjoyment and fun for people who had maybe previously been enslaved or the underclass of society. So they had to learn how to smile and fake and play even when times were bad and to make their way through.
This is a way to pass on the knowledge and history of capoeira. Because it was an art founded on resistance and fighting against the slave masters, many times records couldn't be kept. So a lot of it was passed down through oral tradition. So the oral tradition and the music in capoeira is very important to hand down the teachings and the ideas, and basically the pedagogy of capoeira is all about teaching through example and teaching through talking in many ways.
Music is essential in capoeira. So we have several instruments: berimbau, atabaque, agogo, pandeiro, and all these instruments are integral because capoeira is a folklorical music form. So it's not something that you're going to be there and you're going to watch like it's a concert. Everybody must participate, and there's many instruments for everybody to play in concert with each other and clapping the hands. So all of that coming together, it focuses our energy, so we're just not doing exercise, we're also chanting with each other and bringing the energy together.
Known for its quick, complex, and ultimately strength-driven moves, it became an effective fighting style, a hope for survival, and a tool for escaped slaves to fend for themselves in a new and hostile environment hunted by the Capitães do Mato, the colonial agents armed and mounted in charge of finding escapees.
Mestre Accordion in Berkeley, I remember him saying that capoeira is the ability to deal with danger with a smile on one's face. And I definitely feel that's something integral to capoeira. No matter what the situation, you have to think of the people who were in the past in capoeira, but they always had a smile, whether to disarm the person or to bring their own self-confidence up.
Capoeira is a dialogue that doesn't end. It is a game that starts but never finishes.
É tudo que a boca come, anything the mouth eats, is what one of the great masters said.
From its humble beginnings in Brazil, capoeira has become an art like no other. It's a journey through music and dance for the mind, body, and soul.
So next time you're faced with a challenge in your life, just remember to face it with a smile.
Come on, let's go. That's it. Come on in, Donovan. Easy, man. You got it. Yeah, there you go. Hey, guys.
Okay, now let's check out what's happening around the city.
Local designer Zix Guan recently launched her new spring-summer collection. Powerful women with unsymmetrical clippings, hard-edged necklines, hems and cuffs off the dresses made this young designer's collection a big surprise.
因为春夏，我就用比较淡色的色系来做一个系列，然后但是我也用了一点点的橘色来做提亮。
As a part of the post-90s generation, Zix has already made her unique design stand out among other young designers. And in a rapidly changing fashion world, getting recognized as early as possible is of the utmost importance. Recently, Shanghai Mode Lingerie, the international style event for lingerie and swimwear in Asia, was held in Shanghai. Local and international underwear, pajamas, and swimwear were all on display.
You have to have something that supports, of course, for the bra, for the breast, in order to make sure that you fit and that you can obviously have a longer, nice silhouette. And definitely, more and more we are developing fabrics which are also giving a good sensation with aloe vera or caffeine inside, in order to give a fresh and a very good feeling on the body all day long, even more.
With a wide range of styles and designs, you'll have plenty of options to choose from. And if you missed it this year, don't worry, it'll be back in the city every year in October.
From Beijing to Shanghai and from Shanghai to Beijing, Xiangjin and Qiguangci are always traveling between the two cities and two eras, using their modern artist eyes to witness the prosperity and absurd in the world and raise the question to us, will the world get better? And today let's take a look at their sculpture exhibition at MoCA and find out their answers.
Using art as the language to express life, past and present, Xiangjin and Qiguangci worked together to hold an exhibition, raising the question, will things ever get better?
这个展览呢，是由曲广慈老师和向金老师他们组成的一个双人个展。那他们是一对夫妻，因为他们两位都是做雕塑的艺术家。向金老师的雕塑作品相对比较大件，曲广慈老师呢相对比较精致。
Traveling between Shanghai and Beijing, these two artists comment on the absurd, the beautiful, and the deceptions which surround us. Xiangjin brought her acrobatics and animals to the exhibition. Through her sculptures, Xiang is revealing the truth, the current situation we live in.
这个作品呢是向金的一个比较新的系列，它的名字叫杂技。向金他非常擅长于就是细节的一个雕塑，非常擅长于对人体身体的一个表达，所以我觉得他是用 一个杂技演员那个身体的紧张感，以一种最直接的这种方式去联系到人的内心生活。比如说我们的工作，我们怎样处理人际关系。所以其实我们始终是属于一种战战兢兢的去处理我们周围的这个生存环境。
Acrobatics simulates life, using fear as a weapon to control our lives. Through the interaction of the acrobatics in the audience, there's a sense of stress with no relief in sight.
这件作品呢是在象精的杂技系列里面相当具有代表性的一件作品，它名字叫《无限柱》。但是这个作品呢，好的表现了象精它非常非凡的一个就是雕塑的一个技能。可以看到每一个人的表情都是不一样的。其实我建议说，观众其实在看这个作品的时候，可以把它理解成是人和人之间的关系。其实艺术家只是说通过用他的这个作品去提出一个问题，答案呢是需要所有的观众自己去思考。
Different from acrobatics, animals exudes a more gentle relationship between animals and human beings. From an animal's perspective, there is no observation of the senses, but instead a greater feeling of mercy towards the world.
这边的这个系列呢，是它新的一个系列，叫动物。然后这匹马呢，其实也是我个人都非常非常喜欢的一件作品，非常表现了一位象精作为一位女性的雕塑艺术家，她的细腻的这些雕塑的方式和她的表现方式，她通过动物的眼睛，去带着一种同情、理解去看世人，悲悯的方式去问世人，就是这个世界会不会好。
Compared with Xiangjing, Chu Guangzi's work is more refined, raising questions with humor as opposed to toys.
徐广慈老师的作品，像你看到的，基本上他每一件作品里面都会出现一个形象，就是一个胖胖的小人。这个形象去比喻差不多40几岁，然后在奋斗着的，但同时生活处境不一定好，也不一定坏，他需要站在枝头，去摆出一个现代人应有的一个很高傲的姿态，但是你永远不知道他可能背后所经历的很多的问题。现代人的一个可能在精神上相对空虚，但是物质上又很丰满的这样的一个状态。这件作品的名字本身就叫《鸟儿问答》，是把人放在枝头，把它塑造成一个鸟的形象。但是这样两个胖胖的小人好像在一问一答。胖胖的身体又飞不起来，但是又离不开枝头，它其实是一种相对有一些尴尬的，但同时也是可以让我们去发挥想象力的这样的一个作品。
Will things ever get better? I suppose there is no answer. Good and bad remain subjective, giving each visitor their own take on a classic question.
Okay, now let's check out what's happening around the city.
Camel 非常的丰富饱满。
陈悦的特色就是口感很清新。
Sakura 特色是淡淡的花香。
贝瑞的 Face 的特色是以橙香味为主打的白兰地和 whisky 的结合。
Each of these cocktails have their own distinguishing features. They're all created by top-rated bartenders and all rely on Cointreau, a liquor which combines sweet and bitter orange peels, giving drinks a creamy roundness and aromatic vigor that takes over the senses. Recently, a Cointreau cocktail party was held with 8 stylish bartenders showing 8 original creative cocktails.
Cointreau has been for centuries the core of cocktail, and being good friends with the bartenders is the thing that we have been doing. It gives a lot of refreshing fragrance and adds a lot of flavor to different cocktails. We open such a wide place for the bartenders to play with. To just walk through or the stand to taste all the different cocktails they come up with.
So have your own winner.
Several awards went to bartenders, with Jerry Chen's well-designed cocktail receiving the most popular cocktail award.
它是用君度，然后 rum 还有 passion fruit， 最突出的就是那个 passion fruit 的味道，然后还有点淡淡的那个薄荷的香味，因为葡萄酒比较香气比较足，酒精度也不是很高，任何人都可以喝了。是它做一个就是大概吸引人家过来看的一个目的吧。然后现在想到，因为在城市里面可能比较喧嚣，然后我这边摆了一个感觉很宁静的一个地方，就是城市中喧闹，到我这边来就很安静的喝一杯酒，是这个概念。
The unique attributes of Cointreau have made it a starting point for many of the major cocktails. With the passionate innovation of bartenders and cocktail lovers, we're pretty sure we'll be seeing more creative and trendy cocktails hitting our parties.
That's the wrap of today's show. If you would like to know more about citybeat, just check out at our microblog t.qq.com or weibo.com/ilovecitybeat. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Chen in Shanghai. See you next time. On tomorrow's citybeat, we hang out with bassist James from the hit band Maroon 5. Or on tomorrow's citybeat.